Welcome back to the Dinarr Daily, where we bring you the latest updates, insights, and discussions around the Iraqi dinar and global currency news. Today's headline is one that has grabbed attention across the community: hidden IQD exchange. RV activation in Tier 3 banks under spotlight? This topic has stirred up speculation, curiosity, and a lot of heated debate. And in this report, we're breaking it all down in plain clear, in engaging terms so you can separate the facts from the hype. Have you ever wondered if Iraq could suddenly appear in major headlines with a hidden exchange or an unexpected revaluation? Imagine waking up tomorrow to news that the Iraqi dinar has been activated for a massive RV, and certain banks are quietly moving contracts behind the scenes. It's an exciting thought, and for many holding the IQD, it feels like a dream scenario. But as with all things in currency markets, the truth is often more complex. RV activations has been circulating for years, but recently the chatter about Tier 3 banks has put this speculation into overdrive. Tier 3 banks, for those who may not know, are smaller, regional, or community-level financial institutions with limited international access. Some rumors claim these banks could quietly facilitate exchanges at special rates before the public sees anything. It's a theory that sounds intriguing, but does it really hold water when we look at how global currency systems work? One of the first things to understand is that currency markets do not flip on like a light switch. If the Iraqi dinar were to see a major adjustment, it would not happen in the shadows. Instead, it would require extensive coordination, regulatory approval, and compliance with international standards. Sudden secret exchanges sound exciting, but they run against the very structure of how global finance operates. And this is why patience and perspective are key for every investor watching these developments. Some people have been asking if the Iraqi dinar could suddenly show up on major forex platforms tomorrow. While the rumors of hidden listings create buzz, the reality is different. Currency markets move in response to real fundamentals: economic growth, oil revenues, trade balance, and investor confidence. Without clear and sustained progress in Iraq's economy and governance, an overnight revaluation simply isn't realistic. Real moves in currency values are built on transparency, not secrecy. The concept of an RVI evaluation has taken on legendary status in the dinar community. Many believe that once certain reforms are completed, the IQD could rise sharply in value. The truth is, reevaluations, when they happen, are deliberate, carefully timed, and widely monitored. Governments do not risk financial chaos with secret overnight rate changes. Instead, they prepare markets with signals, official announcements, and international oversight. This is why keeping a close eye on Iraq's financial reforms is far more useful than chasing hidden exchange rumors. The phrase, hidden IQD exchange, has become a buzzword in online discussions. But it's important to step back. While some investors imagine backroom deals or contract rates available only to a select few, there is no verified evidence that such systems exist. Currency markets demand transparency, and even if small institutions were conducting limited trades, larger volumes would inevitably show up in official reports. The idea of a secret system lingers mostly because of hope and impatience. Reports have also mentioned that Tier 3 banks could be stepping into the spotlight, potentially linked to IQD exchanges. These banks, however, do not have the same access to liquidity or global trading systems as the larger Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks. Their role is often more domestic, focused on community lending and smaller-scale transactions. While their involvement in future reforms is possible, the notion that they could single-handedly activate a global RV is unrealistic. Iraq's dinar remains pegged to the US dollar, and that peg system creates stability, but also limits flexibility. Pegging means the dinar's value is tied to the dollar, reducing volatility but also preventing sudden leaps in exchange rates. This system reassures investors in global markets, but also means the dinar cannot simply skyrocket overnight. No matter how many rumors circulate, a stronger Iraqi dinar in the future will depend heavily on Iraq's economic health. Stable oil production, responsible government spending, and consistent monetary policy are the real building blocks. Without those, Any stories of hidden exchanges or contract rates are just wishful thinking. Global investors watch these fundamentals before committing resources, and until those indicators improve, the excitement around an instant RV will remain speculation. When we look at how the international financial community views currency readiness, one thing becomes clear: transparency and predictability are non-negotiable. Institutions and investors require clear data, trustworthy reports, and compliance with global standards. Any suggestion that a hidden system of exchanges could operate secretly for long stretches of time does not align with how the international markets function. What often misleads investors is the blending of hope with misinformation. It's natural to want quick results, especially for those who have been holding the dinar for years. But currencies move with the pace of economies, not online rumors. Small adjustments may happen over time, but a massive hidden revaluation is highly unlikely. Instead, the focus should remain on tangible progress within Iraq's banking sector and economy. For those who currently hold IQD, patience is not just a virtue, it's essential. Watching for credible signs like improved oil revenues, reduced inflation, and stronger banking regulations provides a clearer roadmap than speculative hype. If and when the dinar moves meaningfully, the news will not come from shadowy sources, but from official statements and visible market data. Understanding Tier 3 banks in this context is also important. Their role in local liquidity and community banking does not translate into controlling or triggering global reevaluations. They can contribute to domestic growth and financial health. But major international movements require cooperation from central banks, larger institutions, and regulators. Their presence in the conversation often reflects local improvements, not secret global shifts. Currency markets are carefully structured to prevent manipulations. Sudden hidden exchanges would undermine investor confidence and trigger regulatory alarms instantly. This is why any meaningful change to the dinar's value will be transparent, documented, and supported by data. The idea of instant contract rates behind closed doors may capture imaginations, but the reality is far slower and methodical. Another point worth addressing is the idea of overnight gains. Yes, currencies fluctuate daily, but sharp. Lasting reevaluations are tied to major events, policy changes, geopolitical shocks, or massive reforms. Iraq's current environment, while improving, has not yet demonstrated the conditions necessary for such a sudden surge. The path forward is one of gradual progress, not instant transformation. This is why it's so important to rely on credible information. News from official sources, economic reports, and verified financial data provide a safer foundation for decisions. Falling into the trap of hype and misinformation only creates frustration and unnecessary risks. Investors who remain grounded in facts are better positioned to recognize real opportunities when they appear. The good news is that Iraq is indeed making progress. Banking reforms, international cooperation, and commitments to stability are positive signs. While these don't point to a hidden overnight RV, they do signal long-term potential. Each step toward financial transparency and stability lays the groundwork for the dinar to gain credibility in global markets. So, as we continue to monitor the IQD story, remember this: the road to revaluation is paved with reforms, not rumors. It's about transparency, discipline, and patience. While hidden exchanges and Tier 3 bank rumors might dominate conversations, the true signals of progress will always come from visible, verifiable improvements in Iraq's economy and banking system. And that's the update for today. If you're holding Iraqi dinars or simply following the journey, stay focused on the facts, stay patient, and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. The Dinarr Daily will continue bringing you the latest insights, separating speculation from reality, and making sure you have the information you need to make smarter decisions in this complex financial landscape.